Today, I'm going to give you 3 things that you need to know about dispute resolution. Let's start with what this is all about. As CEOs, you'll be entering into contracts. When you enter into contracts, there's always the hope and prayer that everything is going to go according to plan and there's not going to be any disputes. But I'm here to tell you that very often you will get into contracts where there is some level of dispute and you're going to have to resolve it. Point number 1, every contract that you sign must have a dispute resolution clause in it. Don't leave it out. Don't forget it. If it's not there and you have a dispute, you're going to end up in court. And we're going to talk about that as point number 2. You don't want to end up in court. Being in court when you're the little guy is an unfair disadvantage. When you're in court, you're burning up money that you don't have, you're burning up time that you can't afford to spend, and you're distracting management from the most important things that you ought to be working on. Court is a real bummer for entrepreneurs and CEOs. You don't want to go there. So how are you going to avoid it? That's point number 3. This is what you do want to happen. You want to end up in binding arbitration with the other side. That's what you want to have in your dispute resolution clause. Don't pick just regular arbitration. Make sure it's binding, because when you beat the other side, you want to make sure that whatever the ruling of the arbitrators is going to be legally enforced. The only way you can make sure that happens is if you go to binding arbitration. You can set this up in advance. You can even determine which of the arbitration associations you want to work with. You want to work with JAMS, the American Arbitration Association. There's lots of them. Pick a good one, choose the number of arbitrators, get your award, and make sure that it's binding. Do those things. Don't go to court. And by all means, don't get screwed.